Greetings and welcome back to the channel. I trust that you're all doing well on this beautiful Sunday fun day. And if you're watching this on a Monday, well, happy Monday to ya. In this video, I'm going to do a price action update on Tfuel. If you appreciate a balanced approach to the market with the long term in mind, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and tick that bell for notifications. Let's get into the video. And here we have Tfuel up on the daily chart in trading view. And Tfuel for the last several days has pretty much been sideways between this horizontal here coming in around 35.5 cents. And this horizontal down here coming in around 28.5 cents there. We do see that Tfuel caught a fairly significant bounce off this liquid zone right here that I've marked out. Top side of that coming in around 23 cents and the bottom side around 21.5 cents. And that was pretty much alongside the rest of the market. And in all fairness, Tfuel hasn't caught as much of a bounce as some of the other coins that we've seen. Now, there could be a couple of reasons for this. Like there are some differences that I see on this chart versus the theta chart. First and foremost, when we saw Tfuel's overall pullback, I mean, what was that again? It was, around 67%. Pretty nasty correction indeed. But what we see here is we see Tfuel starts to close below that 200, but pops right back up above it. We see that behavior right back here again. We see a closure, pops back up. And technically speaking, we see that right here as well. We also see that the lower period moving averages have not gotten below the 200 simple moving average, at least not yet. And if I come over here to the theta chart, you're going to see quite a bit of difference. First of all, you're going to see that theta from this wick high here down to that wick low there was a 78% correction. So 10% greater than what Tfuel saw. But we also saw many candle bodies opening and closing below the white 200 simple, and the moving averages, the lower period ones, were happy to chase price action down below that. So theta got beat up far more, but did catch a pretty significant bounce. Let's just go ahead and measure it actually from that low there to this wick high here, 139% bounce. That's a very nice bounce. And what did Tfuel grab here? Let's just have a look at that from this wick here. It's up there, yeah, 80% bounce. So didn't get beat up as hard, didn't catch as much of a bounce either. Now, what we're seeing here is we're seeing a little bit of a cliffhanger. We are seeing that price action at the time of recording is barely being supported by the white 200 simple moving average, but I do give anything the benefit of the doubt if it continues to close candles up above that. As you can see, Tfuel prefers to do that at least at the time of recording. However, if it wouldn't take much for it to roll over here, and if it did, we can see that the lower period moving averages are poised and ready to basically chase price action down below that. And then we would have both opens and closes below the 200 candle bodies, and then we'd see the moving averages living below that 200 as well. It wouldn't overall be a good look. Now, I don't think Tfuel is going to do that on its own. I think it will do that if Bitcoin decides to dump coming into the new trading week. If the rest of the market decides to roll over, that's when I think that would be more than enough of a catalyst to see Tfuel roll to the downside. And I don't really care what the rhyme or reason for that would be. Maybe some news event comes out or something that causes that cascading effect. But all I know is if price action does start to close down below that 200, those moving averages get down below that, then Tfuel will be under quite a bit of pressure at that point in time. Now, some areas of interest that I'll be watching to the downside, if that happens, is going to be right down here at this horizontal. That's coming in around that 28.5 cent mark. If Tfuel starts to close candle bodies below that level there, then I'm going to be watching this purple box liquid zone down below here. And just a reminder, that is around 23 cents for the top side and the bottom side coming in at around that 21.5 cent mark. We do see that the 377 is living dead center of that liquid zone right now, at least at the time of recording. And I do think that would be an area where Tfuel would bounce. And I well respect that area to have the potential to reverse Tfuel. So if it gets down there, bounces from there, that bounce could lead into a reversal at that point in time. I well respect that area for that. If it starts closing candle bodies below that liquid zone, then that's when I think Tfuel is going to be in trouble at that point in time. Now, to the inverse of that, if the market holds itself up in the upcoming week here, I'm going to be looking for Tfuel to close a candle body above this horizontal here, coming in at around that 35.5 cent mark. If it gets a daily candle body closure there, then I think it's perfectly reasonable to be watching the 0.382, the Fibonacci retracement. We see a wick getting up into that area right here. We see another touch right here as well. And that is coming in at around 39.5 cents. Getting candle body closure above that, then Tfuel's chart is going to start to look a bit better. And I'll be looking up here to the 0.5 which is coming in at pretty much 45 cents. Getting candle body closures above that level there, above 45 cents, then this chart will begin to look like a reversal, but I'll be watching the 0.618 as one of the last lines in the sand there for that, and that's coming in around 50.5 cents. Getting up above that, then I don't see why Tfuel over time wouldn't be testing this liquid zone again, and of course, I'd be looking for a breakage up above that, and then it would be likely game on for the long term to the upside very much at that point in time. But as of right now, I'm going to watch these areas here. I'm going to be looking for those candle body closures. For those that follow along, you know that I don't care for these wicks. I don't ever front run them. If those wicks get up above there, usually you see a roll to the downside. So looking for those closures. I want to see price close above those levels. That's going to be signaling to me that it's probable that whoever's selling this area is no longer present there, and that there's a strong chance at that point in time that upside's going to be the name of the game. So those are going to be the areas that I pay attention to coming into the new trading week. As of right now, I don't see Tfuel doing any of this on its own. I think it's going to come down to what the rest of the market decides to do, and then we'll take it from there. Anyways, hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing the next one, and until I do, have yourself a powerful day.